Hi, I'm Chris from Peerbridge Health from Tennessee with Niall Harris, who's on my team with us. For some of you, Tennessee is probably as exotic as Singapore. We're really focused on remote diagnostics and monitoring in the cardiac space. And the problem we're tackling is essentially a gigantic supply-demand imbalance in the US. Heart failure and heart disease more broadly continues to grow. The number of cardiologists is not. Hospitals are not being built. And the population this acutely impacts is where my family is, and it's in rural communities, and largely communities that need it the most. And what we're trying to do is shift the paradigm as opposed to trying to pull people from those communities into our health systems. How do we get the health systems and the care to where they are? The solution is wearable. It's primarily ECG. There's three things that kind of make it interesting and together become pretty compelling from a technology perspective. So it's a 3-lead ECG that we can derive 12 leads from. We then apply some signal processing tools that were actually initially designed for NASA and the Department of Defense for quantum resonance that can get an ultra-high fidelity signal. We compare that to physics-based biomarkers so we can get to different disease states. Importantly to us, in a very explainable way, so we're not using deep learning models. We're actually able to sit in front of a clinician and tell them why we came to the conclusion we came to, which we think is really important in the future. And most importantly, and kind of at the ethos of the company as we try to get to rural communities, everything is ultra low cost. The entire company is built for low cost because we think low cost is a necessity if we're really trying to reach the patients that we hope to reach. From a clinician's perspective, the way the offering is going to look is essentially following the ambulatory cardiac monitoring market today intentionally because it's very highly reimbursed and there's no workflow changes. It'll feel exactly like prescribing an extended Holter, but as opposed to just detecting arrhythmia, which we feel is quite commoditized and not too technically complex, we're going to be able to give a full patient context to the clinician. So not only what we do see from an arrhythmia perspective, but home sleep test, hemodynamics, congestion. We can get to a variety of different indications, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, stenosis, all from one simple test at one time for the patient. Importantly, this is a well-established reimbursement market, and because our cost is low, that also means this is going to drive a big economic impact for the clinicians. So on top of having the patient context and getting quicker to care, this is going to be a significant revenue generator for our customers. From a technical differentiation perspective, there's a few layers, kind of how we think through our company in a very crowded market. First, it starts with hardware. You do need signal fidelity to make work a lot of what we do, and then we have the signal processing that you layer on top, which is unique to our device and our company. Then it becomes down to the diagnostic algorithms, which are all IP, and like I said, not deep learning, so we have particular markers that we're looking for, which is just going to get us more volume, and that volume is only going to make our algorithms better and stronger and only continue to increase the R&D, and we kind of have a little bit of a flywheel we're going to create from a technology perspective. Commercially, we're launching in about 2 months, and the goal is really to attack the market from a couple different ways. So we feel like the market's about 2/3 health systems, 1/3 private practice. We're going after private practice first. We have 3 sales reps who are starting on Monday. Who are attacking this market while we kind of slowly go after the big health system through pilots. So we're finding KOLs that we can get momentum on, knowing that we're going to need them in 2026 to really make a shift in the revenue curve. I feel really good about the team. It's a good mix of big companies, small companies, medical device companies, novices to medical device, somebody like me. That is a good challenging group of individuals that's going to help us get across the finish line here. So we are just wrapping up and closed kind of a commercial launch round for $5 million. About 3 weeks ago, we had a lot of success with that, so we expanded it to $10 million with the second close here in 3 weeks. That's about half full already, but happy to talk to anybody who's willing to take the journey with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much.